I think men are naturally made to serve more so than women are.
Men are more like dogs and women are more like cats, and dogs are more like subservient.
The reason you're strong, so you can carry stuff for me. The reason you're so tall, so you can get stuff down for me. My favourite bit is when I tell them to leave.
Yeah, so then I just gave him a really mean look.
Do you know what? I don't think the dom life's for you, you know?
Oh.
I thought we said that's bad for your brand. You shouldn't talk about that.
Oh.
Bad experience. We're rolling.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Okay. Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Kat Baker Show, the longest running podcast in the world and the number one podcast in the Philippines, hosted by I, Kat Baker, but number one person in the UK. Today, we have, you're only the second returning guest I think we've had.
That makes me feel very special.
Does it?
Yeah.
And you are Paige Starr.
I am Paige Starr.
And for those that live in a cave, who are you?
Paige Starr, we just went through that.
Yeah, but what do you do, missus?
Oh, I am mean to men for money on the internet.
Yes.
That is what I do.
And
That's
often wearing very shiny clothes.
very shiny clothes. Yeah, I'm a content creator. I'm a latex content creator.
Yeah, which
Like,
we sort of got the gear on now.
we have got the last time I came to the show,
Yeah.
I was in a bit of a rush, so we didn't have time to really dress up for the occasion.
Yeah.
It was very much I turned up, I did the show, and then I left to go and catch my train home, didn't I?
Yeah.
This time I thought we'd make an occasion of
This
it.
time,
So,
yeah, we've got all the gear on. I am already struggling, feeling sweaty.
yeah. Well,
It's hot.
We're in the midst of a UK heat wave, aren't we?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's hit the low 20s and we're really starting to
Yeah,
feel it.
it's feeling tough,
Warm,
but we're going to
clammy.
power through. I might just end up ripping this dress off halfway through, but we shall see.
Save it for the Patreon.
Yes, for the Patreon. There you go, guys. It's definitely worth subscribing. Never know what you might see.
100%.
So, Paige, what have you been up to recently?
Well, making men cry.
Oh, I love doing that.
Yeah. Do you know what? There's a real... So I read an article the other day that I got really excited about because it is basically my entire business model.
Oh, yeah.
And that was that JOI is basically the thing in porn now.
Jerk off instructions for those not in the know.
If you're not in the know, it's jerk off instruction. It's basically being told how to do it
Yeah.
by someone, and that is my entire business model.
Oh.
So I was like, oh yes, I am indeed before my time, and my time is finally here.
They're saying that's the number one search video on Pornhub.
No. To be fair, the article came from a very unreliable source, if I'm being honest.
Written by another dominatrix.
quite possibly, very clever woman.
Yeah.
I always think, I think I said this to you last time, in our industry, like, who was the first girl who decided to rate a dick? Because she deserves some kind of award.
It must have been a guy must have requested it.
It must have been.
But they must have, before the internet, they must have been doing live dick ratings.
Like, how would...
Men must have been paying prostitutes being like, can you just look at it and tell me?
And tell me what you think.
Yeah. That must have been a thing.
Can you imagine? Like, because I think it's one thing to have it, like, sent to you in a video and you can watch it in your own leisure. But to have that in real time, like, the kind of ratings I do are savage.
Okay.
I am not nice.
Okay. What if I showed you a picture of a small penis now? Could you just sort of tell me what you would say about it? This is all improvised, guys, by the way.
I'm not going to give away all of my secrets, Kat.
Right, okay.
I'll
just
give
me a little...
I'll give you a few adjectives. How about that?
Okay, let me just give you some inspiration.
Okay, wet my whistle.
This was sent in by Google Images. Okay, that top one. What would you say?
It looks like a clitoris, and with elephantitis of the balls.
Right. Okay.
How do you get balls that big and a fucking cock that small?
That doesn't make sense, does it?
Like, girls say, oh, it won't make it past the cheeks. That won't even make it past the fucking lips.
Yeah.
That is a waste of my time.
Well,
That's disgusting.
The balls are also going to stop the penis going in any further because they're like an airbag.
I mean, there's not a lot going on there. 0 out of 10.
I always like to say, look at that pathetic wriggly worm, but that's not even a worm.
That's not even a worm.
It's more of a
one of my favourite things is
leech.
to ask if instead of like a shake, they do like a little, whether they do a little 2-finger tug or a little rub, like a
clit.
Yeah.
Like a clit. Do you have a big clit?
No, mine's quite
Mine's hidden.
small. Yeah, it
It's-
doesn't come out very often.
Yeah. No.
Like no.
Mine doesn't.
No.
But I can still like get pleasure from it.
Oh yes.
Yeah. It's just it's behind a curtain.
behind a
You know
paywall.
what I mean? Yeah, behind a paywall. Exactly. Oh my god, I'm really sweaty already. Right.
It's warm. It is warm.
Okay.
In here.
If we have to stop halfway through and change, then it might happen. But
We could open the window and the cars will be a little bit louder, but it's not the end of the world.
yeah, open the window.
Yeah.
Open the window.
Open the goddamn window.
Aircon is not open.
Yeah. It might give.
Of course, people. Oh god, it's a guy shouting.
There's a nitty shouting outside. Oh, right. But this is just London life.
Do you know what? This is England.
This is England.
This is England.
I do find it funny. I'll just be like trying to get to sleep at night, and I'll just see like, and I'm like, oh
Yeah.
god.
I don't even live in London. I live in a town. But I
Yeah.
don't live in London, and still, like people walking past my house. And
They'll still be screaming. They'll still be screaming.
They'll still be screaming.
Do you have any men locked up right now?
I have a few.
Really?
Yes, I do. Oh, God. So, one of my guys, he has been locked for 3 solid months.
How does one piss when locked up?
Well, so
Is that going to be too crazy?
It is what it is. Just
Right. Okay.
I can explain to you the mechanics of it.
Yeah.
if you would like.
Tell me.
Let me. I've got. I got a little show and
What's
tell
that?
with me. So I've got a couple of cages.
Okay.
So as a
Oh my god.
I know I've got. I've been told not to put the microphone down, and this is a 2-hand job.
No,
Right. Pass me the cop.
you can put the mic down, but just once you start talking, pick it up. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So this is an example of a cage. So let me show you the. Hold on to it. Give it
Okay.
a good grip. Pull. That's it.
Oh.
So the that goes behind the balls,
Okay.
and then that goes in there, and then it has a little hex key that look. I haven't brought that with me because there's no one here to lock.
Is this for a small or a big one?
I would say that's for average. Mm-hmm. Like I would say that's quite an average flaccid penis.
Okay. Yeah. So average size cock.
So I reckon this is quite an average.
Okay,
Flaccid
yeah.
peen.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, it's got lots of holes so that you can clean,
Okay.
and it's also got a little hole at the end.
But so you can piss with that.
You can
on.
piss out.
Okay.
So he doesn't need to take it off for any
But does
reason.
it affect the aim of pissing?
I don't know if you've ever lived with a man. Have you ever lived with a man?
No, I haven't.
Do you know what? I don't think it matters if they're wearing a cage or not. Quite frankly.
Yeah, I've heard this rumor.
Yeah.
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 No comment.
So
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, right. They'll dribble regardless.
They will dribble regardless.
Yeah.
And then claim that they
Disgusting
didn't
boys.
see it.
Yeah.
I
They'll
will
be like, it was the dog.
lick it up
Yeah.
right now. So that is That is one example.
Okay,
of a cage.
yeah.
This is like quite a lightweight one, so you feel that.
Okay, yeah,
there's
that
not
is a
much to
lightweight
it.
one.
It's very smooth.
Yeah, kind of
very
a chic
comfortable.
sort of plastic number.
That's a 3D printed.
Whoa,
cage.
okay. Yeah. Technology is being useful.
It is being useful, and that's I'm going to shout it out from House of Denial UK.
Okay.
And this is another one of their. So this is
That looks mean.
It is.
Oh.
This would be for our friend from Google.
Okay, for a miniature one.
Yeah. So this is a very small one. You can still got holes though.
Okay.
For his sprinkler.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he can still clean himself, but this one has the key goes in there.
Oh.
That's the locking mechanism. But that's weighty.
That's heavy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you.
How does it not fall off?
It's just designed that way. I mean, when you buy one, you take all the measurements so that you buy the right size.
Oh, okay.
That's quite important because they come in all sorts of. You can get silicone ones, and the silicone ones do generally just they're sort of like for trying it out to see if you like it.
Okay,
that would be for a seasoned chastity.
Not cuck.
No, like so, like Die Hard.
Yeah, die hard. Yeah.
If you're wearing that, you're basically committing to never coming again.
Yeah. So they're not allowed to come while wearing these.
Absolutely not.
But some of them do, don't they?
I mean, they're animals, so
yeah, that is disgusting. Disgusting.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Horrific. Yeah. Clean up your piss. But yeah, they like. No, I have had it. I think I've had guys message me who are like caged up and they're still coming through their cage. I'm like, you're not meant to do that. Actually,
no.
Paige told me
it's actually it should be near on impossible. However,
yeah,
I have seen video evidence that it is not impossible. It is in fact very, very possible.
Yeah, because it prevents an erection.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
but they will still. Can men come without an erection ever? Could you Google?
I'll Google instead of ask the man in the room.
I know.
I mean, can you confirm or deny?
I have pegged a guy, and he has come from being pegged without his cock being touched.
But was he hard?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, but can they be soft?
I mean,
and coming
aggressively shoving 8 inches of silicone into his G-spot. So,
whoa,
he's going to be hard.
Google AI overview. Yes, men can ejaculate while soft.
Whoa.
There's a whole paragraph here, but I don't think we need anything beyond that sentence.
No.
Okay.
I wonder what Reddit has to say on the issue.
Yeah. Reddit will be like, I was soft and I came in my pants. Is this normal? It's like, no.
There's the first two Reddit subreddits that pop up. One is premature ejaculation, and the next one is no stupid questions.
And what does do they have any insight?
Oh shit, I think I need to log in to see this. Oh.
Tell me you don't have Reddit.
I do, but I don't log into my computer, and
I'm always scrolling Reddit.
What's your favourite subreddit?
It's the plastic surgery subreddit. Seeing the befores and afters.
Oh my god, I didn't even know that existed.
Oh, it's
and
great.
Now, I'm going to be obsessed with that now.
I love that one, and there's this other subreddit called like Red Scare podcast subreddit. It's like a podcast subreddit, but it's actually not about the podcast. It's about it's sort of arty people posting about their dating woes, I think, kind of a little bit.
That sounds fun.
What ones do you look at? Oh, Public Freakout. I like that one.
Am I the arsehole?
Oh yeah, Am I the Arsehole? That's a classic.
It's just and I don't go onto this subreddit for anything other than to read through all of so there's a OnlyFans advice subreddit.
Oh yes, I know that one. Yeah.
And it's basically a lot of creators who haven't been doing the job very long, usually a matter of days or weeks.
Yeah.
Complaining that they haven't made any money.
Yes.
And what are they doing wrong? And then someone snippy who's been doing it a very long time coming in and saying, because you're not doing it.
Yeah,
and you've only been doing it for X amount of days.
I read those ones as well. Yeah, because and they'll be like, I haven't made any money this first month.
I haven't made any money. I took one grainy picture.
Yeah, it's
with no lighting.
It truly is. I mean, because obviously the OnlyFans we see in the media is people making lots of money.
Lots of money. Yeah.
And my first month on OnlyFans, I can actually get it up.
Oh yeah, this is a fun game.
Yeah. Mine was... So I opened mine when I was webcamming.
I was stripping.
Yeah, so I just had it for like some webcam. Guess what my first month was?
Is it more or less than a good cam shift?
Way less.
Oh, like $100.
Less.
$50?
Less.
$10.
More. $16 was my first month. I mean,
Do you know what? How excited were you to make that $16 though?
That was pretty exciting. I guess I'd opened it and I hadn't posted anything. Yeah. And then I didn't do anything on it for months. And then the first time I posted on TikTok, I made $888 in that month.
Right, when TikTok was in its heyday, wasn't that wild?
Oh, you could just post you yourself going like this, and you could go viral.
Yeah.
But now it's like you've got to be interesting, entertaining,
funny.
Yeah, funny,
and not hot, but not too hot.
Yeah,
because if you're too hot, TikTok doesn't like it.
Really?
Like,
what do you mean?
When I say too hot, I mean like too thirsty.
Oh, yeah, too sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too sexy. You've got to be demure, but hot demure.
Yeah.
And clever demure.
Yeah, like I made some like decent money when I was just posting thirst traps, but then once they stopped working and I started posting more skits, that's when I made way more.
Your skits are hilarious, though.
Thank you.
I do love them. I live for them.
Thank you.
I
love that sometimes I'll post ones that are complete bombs, like they're flops, and you'll still like them.
I am your biggest fan. I am like,
and you'll kind of be like, I'm like, thank you, Paige.
I will. I'll message. I'll be like, I can't wait to see you on 8 out of 10 cats one day. I cannot wait. I know it's going to happen for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll shout you out if I'm ever on there.
Please do.
Shout out Paige Starr. Get your cock locked up by her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or rated.
Yeah.
If you want to cry.
Yeah. Although you did tell me, I hope you don't mind me saying this, you were doing some drama lessons recently.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, we're going to see you get an Oscar.
So I wanted, when I was little, I always wanted to be an actress.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I do a fair bit of that in our line of work. There is a little bit of acting involved. Mm-hmm. I always wanted to be an actress when I was little. But I came from a very working class family, and those kind of aspirations weren't normal. Mm-hmm. So it was hoped that maybe one day I would be a travel agent.
Ooh, spicy.
Or an air hostess.
Wow. Okay, yeah.
And at one point there was talk of me working on a cruise ship.
Right, okay, yeah.
And then obviously I didn't do any of those things. I went into stripping as a student and then went, why would anybody work full time?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Exactly.
So all hopes and dreams and thoughts of being an actress sort of went out the window for 20 years up until this January, where I decided I wanted to make all of my dreams come true.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
Yeah. So I started in an acting class and I love it.
Are you best in the class?
I am the best at commanding attention.
Oh, how'd you do that?
Give me attention now, please.
Okay. You're like, look at me.
Yeah, you can just be direct about it. But no, it was, the class was amazing. I really, really enjoyed it. And I have done an audition for a play.
Oh my God. What's the play?
It's called Prisoners. And it's...
Is it about cocks?
No. There's
Right,
actually no mention of cocks in it at
okay.
all. I couldn't tell you what the whole play's about because when I did the audition, I was only sent a bit of the part I was auditioning for, and it was a flashback scene between a husband and wife. and the wife was basically telling her husband that she's going to get him put away, and she was quite psychotic about it. So it was a real, like, I really got into it.
And did you get it?
So I turned up to the audition, absolutely nailed it. They said really, really nice things, and then I never heard from them.
Oh,
But
was it a paid or amateur?
no, amateur.
Right,
Amateur.
okay.
I found something I love so much, I'm willing to do it for free.
Yeah.
And that's how you know that you love something, right?
Yeah. So I'm the same. So I do improv, and then, well, recently been doing stand up, but obviously you do it for free.
You do it for free.
Yeah.
Because that's...
I'm just like,
Yeah.
I need to be on stage that much. Like, I need the attention on me that much. And I think
I
what
will
kind
do
of
it for free.
Yeah, and I kind of what helped me realize that I need attention was the fact that I'd always get up and do karaoke. I'm really bad at
Me
really
too.
bad at
Can
singing.
you sing?
No, not at all.
What's your karaoke song?
Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls.
I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
that song. I would love
Such a banger.
Yeah, I would love to hear you murder that song one day.
Oh, thank you. I can do a clip now. How's it go? I give up forever to touch you, 'cause you know that you'll be somehow. It's the closest to heaven that I'll ever be, and I don't want to go home right now.
How much can we sing without getting a copyright strike?
That
Do you know
was
what?
so far from the original. I
I-
don't think it'll get
I
copyright.
don't think a single note was hit
Yeah,
in that entire rendition, which I think is actually more impressive than
Yeah.
if you were able to hit
Oh, absolutely.
every note.
Absolutely.
Um,
I'm what we call an alternative singer, where you don't sing.
I
You
have
sort of wail.
I've always maintained, so I love karaoke too, and I have always maintained just because I can't sing does not mean I will not.
Yeah. So what is your song?
I have a few. So Paradise by the Dashboard Light by Meatloaf, which is a duet,
okay.
but I like to do Meatloaf's bit
Okay.
because I'm more of an alto, and the girl bits in that song are really, really
Okay.
high. So I can't quite
Yeah.
get them. And Material Girl by
Oh,
Madonna.
classic. I do Like a Prayer by Madonna. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get on my knees.
Of course
And
you
I'm
do.
like, life is a
mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have everyone going wild.
I can see that.
I do remember there was one time. So I remember after I finished uni, I did like a month traveling in the States, and I just went on my own, and I stayed in like youth hostels, and I ended up in this bar in Portland in Oregon with some people from the youth hostel, and it was like a karaoke. It was like a bar, but then they had karaoke going on stage, and I remember I just got like so drunk, and I got up, and of course I did Wuthering Heights by Kate Bush. Yeah. And I was going, and I got off the stage with the mic and was going around the table being like,
Can I
get
just
up,
hear,
everyone.
Can I just hear you do a Heathcliff?
Okay. Heathcliff.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
yeah.
you can actually do it.
Yeah. And I was going around being like, come on, everyone, join in. Everyone was just sat there like this. And I was like, and then they were about to close, and I was like, let me do one more. And I did, oh, gotta dance with somebody by Whitney Houston. And I was, and I was so embarrassed next day, but I never really saw him again, so that was fine.
Do you know what though? That I think the karaoke to actress / stand-up pipeline is very, very real.
It is.
Karaoke
bloody
is the gateway drug of the performing arts.
It is. Yeah, because it's just an easy way for anyone to get on stage.
Yeah.
Fucking, although open mic comedy is like, there's some fucking weirdos like that, I will say. Yeah. But
I find that quite scary because at one point I was like, oh, I would like to try stand up.
yeah.
And I've written down bits that that would be in my stand up routine one day. And then the thought of actually doing it makes me want to die.
It is absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
You are sheerly motivated by the like, I need to be heard. People need to see me and hear me. Like, I don't know.
They need to understand where this has come from.
It's funny. I was like,
Is it funny? Is it?
well, it's like, it is quite funny. But I was talking to my therapist the other day, right? And I kind of had a break, and she was talking about not even trauma, but just things that happened to us as a child and how it affects us now. Mm-hmm. And I was like, so I didn't really have a traumatic childhood personally, but I was on my own quite a lot. So I'm constantly driven by the need for attention. Okay, and I think that's why I started OnlyFans. That's why I do stand-up comedy. It's why I do karaoke. I'm just like, I need people to see me and give feedback.
Do you need a rating?
Yeah.
Okay.
Show her the clock. Or tell her
Oh,
about the
I
clock.
do have a clock up there that I won at a stand-up competition the other day.
The slap and giggle one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out, slap and giggle. Yeah, what would you rate me as a person?
As a person, I rate you quite highly.
Yeah.
I rate you enough to come back twice.
That is true.
Like,
Yeah.
so
If you say anything less than 10, I'll kill myself, just so you know. So
11.
okay, great. Thank you so much. But yeah, so when I go to the open mic nights, I'm like, everyone there is driven by this desperate need for attention.
Yeah.
A lot of them are people who like didn't get laid.
Have you ever been to a group collab?
I have avoided it because I don't think I could cope.
Basically, same vibe.
Okay, yeah. I don't think I'd be able to do it.
Oh, it's fun.
Oh, yeah.
I think it depends who's there. I've been very lucky, I think.
Yeah. I mean, if it's people I'm already like friends with, then I would have no problem.
Yeah.
But I think if it was people I'd just meet for the first time, I'd get very overwhelmed, I think, a little bit.
I personally, if I'm going to work with someone, I like us to either meet properly first and then have another get together where we work together.
Yeah.
Almost like I do need to be taken out for dinner.
Yeah.
Before you see me naked.
Yeah, you're not just a common whore. You gotta you gotta be treated like a queen first.
Yeah. So just to clarify, is this other women creators, or is it like more so because like you're the same, or is it men, or
right?
what's the...
No, so it's other women creators. When the male creators that I've worked with have purely been submissives for submission and pegging, and I do not need anything from them to be able to do my job.
Yeah.
In fact, the less the better.
They just need a hole.
I need a hole.
They
are the hole.
Yeah, they're the hole.
Yeah. That's it. I
like
tell where is it?
Edam cheese. Yeah.
Bend over.
Yeah.
Part your cheeks like the Red Sea because Moses is coming.
Yeah. Exactly. What men should be for, quite frankly.
I think men are much naturally made to serve more so than women are.
I think
you're tall so that you can reach that.
But also men are more like dogs and women are more like cats, and dogs are more like subservient.
Yeah.
And women are more like cats, so we're more like
100%.
The masters.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely, guys.
Like, I will die on that hill.
There's going to be some men in the comments who are like, yes, mistress, yes. And there's going to be other blokes being like, no, I'm a king.
Whatever you say, princess.
Yeah, no. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It's the way men should be.
It is. The reason you're strong, so you can carry stuff for me.
Yeah.
The reason you're so tall, so you can get stuff down for me.
Yeah. I also do think I am, in my own personal sex life, I feel like I'm slightly more dominant, a little bit.
Do you know what? I can actually imagine that. I can imagine you being a sort of no-nonsense type of, like, you will do this, otherwise you are not going to get...
Because you know what it is? I've often been with guys and they immediately, because it's most women are submissive, and they immediately go for like treating me in a submissive way. I never really like it that much.
No.
The best sex I have is where I'm a bit more telling them what to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
My favourite bit is when I tell them to leave.
Yeah. That is good. Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, when you're like, when they're like, oh, I'm going to go now. And you have to be like, oh, no.
Those words would never leave my mouth.
But you do it in a polite way. I guess that's my people pleasing aspect though. I'm a little bit like, okay, I'm like, you can go.
Yeah.
But I'm a bit like, oh no, don't go.
Oh, do you have to?
Yeah.
Like that.
Do you have to? So I'm like putting my pajamas on and like taking my makeup off, like
doing the complete the goblin shed.
Yeah. Believe it or not, guys, we don't look like this all the time.
No. I reckon I look like this about 5% of the time.
Yeah. What does someone like you do in her spare time when you're not being glamorous?
So I walk my dogs.
Mm-hmm. It's those dogs, not men on leads.
These are actual dogs.
Okay,
I
right.
have 3 dogs, so, and they have to be walked individually. So walking them takes like quite a significant amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
So I walk my dogs. That's one of my favourite things to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably my favourite way to start the day.
Okay.
I have a daughter, so occasionally she likes to roll me out and spend time with me, especially if I'm paying.
Okay. Yeah.
And then Pilates, reformer Pilates.
Oh, very classy.
Yeah. That I feel like that's the grown up
That is
Pilates.
I've only done it a couple times, reformer Pilates, and it's like it was bloody hard actually.
I think if you're into it, you're really it's
Yeah.
a bit like CrossFit.
Yeah, because
Like-
it's also expensive as fuck.
Yes.
Yeah.
I consider it an investment in my body.
And it keeps the riffraff out.
It does. Like I'm there with all of the other middle-aged, middle-class women who have got nothing better to do at 9:30 on a Monday morning.
Wow, you get there for 9:30.
Yeah. What time do you wake up?
At the moment, like 9 a.m.
That's not so bad.
That's not so bad. There was a phase where I was waking up at like midday.
Do you know what though, darling? You're young and you've got absolutely no responsibility whatsoever.
Yeah.
When I was your age, I was getting up at midday as well.
Well,
Mainly
I'm
because I
not.
was
I'm
working
not
all
that
night.
young though. I'm 31.
Was I full-time stripping still at 31? I believe at that point I might have even had an awful day job. And then I went back to... No, 31 is when I went back to full-time stripping.
Oh.
I quit my day job when my
What was the day job?
I was the national sales and marketing manager for a company that owned bars, comedy clubs and restaurants.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I managed 30 sites nationwide, managed their sales teams.
Were you a strict boss?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I think the phrase ball busting bitch was invented for me.
Were people scared of you but simultaneously coming in their pants at the same time?
I would imagine that happened a lot more than I would know.
Yeah.
But also, if you were good, I was really great to work for, because if you were good and you did your job, I basically left you the fuck alone.
Okay.
If you were seeing me often, it often meant you're not doing your job properly.
Oh, did you have a lot of people hitting on you in your job?
No, I'm terrifying.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah. Fun.
Yeah. But
In fact, I don't remember being hit on. Oh, no, I did get hit on by a very young, when I say very young, he was probably 21, 22.
Okay.
And I would have been 29, 30. But I looked at him like he looked young. Like it would have been wrong. And he really laid it on thick. And I was like, I am just not interested in you. You have nothing to offer me. And he was like, what could I do? And I was like, you can be older.
yeah. See, I would fuck a 21-year-old now.
Would you?
Yeah.
It would be fun.
Yeah, I would. My youngest I date right now is 25. That's the youngest I date.
Yeah.
Well, it was 25 when I was 30. I'm 31 now. Maybe it should be 26 now. But the youngest I'd fuck is like 21. I'd fuck a 21-year-old.
That's too much for me.
If they were
That is literally
hot.
young enough to be my son.
mummy.
Yeah.
yeah.
They like to call me mummy anyway, but it just brings a whole new meaning to it when it could actually ring true.
Yeah. I think maybe because
You are
also don't have kids, I have a bit of a mummy kink a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't mind.
You wouldn't mind it?
Yeah.
No. I mean, I like the mummy thing. I enjoy it. Obviously, I monetize that.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want someone who's the actual age. in real life.
In real life,
No.
no. 20, 21 for me is just too. It's too.
What is
young.
the youngest you'd have sex with?
I think that isn't the thing that you half your age and then add 7.
Yeah.
So 27.
Okay. That's good. Ooh, that's a sexy age.
Yeah. I think that's the youngest I go, 27. I think that's age appropriate youngness for me.
So mine would be 22.
There we go.
22, 23.
Yeah, but I think when you're 31, 21's just... There's definitely 31-year-old men banging 21-year-old women.
Oh, fuck yeah.
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 I was definitely banging a 33-year-old man when I was 21.
Oh, yeah.
34.
Definitely. I think the oldest I slept with was... Because guys ask this all the time, like, what's the oldest girl? Right, well, if it was right now, as a 31-year-old... The oldest I would go in terms of sleeping with one night stand,
Yeah.
they'd have to be super, super sexy
Yeah.
in their 50s. Okay. But dating, 39.
Fair.
What's the oldest you go?
I'd go pretty old.
Oh. How old? Like 80?
Maybe not 80. Unless they were like ready to commit and had a very serious heart condition.
Oh,
and
very
a
rich.
trust fund.
Yes, absolutely.
Then we can talk.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that would change a lot. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I would probably... I would suck an old man dry if it meant, you know.
Never have to work again.
Yeah. Definitely.
But if we're talking like a love match type thing, I don't know, probably definitely into early 60s territory.
Oh,
I reckon.
okay.
I reckon there are some hot older men out there.
Yeah, I mean that's like Brad Pitt. But
George Clooney.
Yeah, but these are like the 1% of men.
I know, but those 1% of men need love as well.
True.
And I am right here.
There she is. She is right there. What's the oldest guy you had in the strip club?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Easy. So that was a guy called Peter.
Yeah.
And Peter used to dress like Hugh Hefner.
Okay.
So he would come in like a smoking jacket and like a bow tie, and he was a very delicate, fine man.
Oh.
Like I reckon the beginnings of osteoporosis, definitely.
Oh, you mean like he was fragile?
Frail.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, when I say
I think when he was like hot, like delicate and fine.
No,
like,
no.
fine.
Fragile. Breakable.
About to snap in half, yeah.
And he must have been 85.
Oh, wow.
At the and I think I'm probably being quite generous.
Imagine being 85 and still hitting the strip club.
I know. And he would have VIP as well.
Oh,
he wanted the
God.
full, he wanted the experience. He didn't go to like complain that he was only there for a beer and could he please be left alone. He went for the strip club experience, the one rappers rap about.
Right. Oh my God, that's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
You know what? That kind of reminds me of my granddad, right? Because both my granddads were massive sluts. Like, this is true. Okay.
Right.
So, firstly, granddad on my dad's side was a semi-successful actor and fucked a lot of... I remember he divorced my grandma.
I think I've heard you talk about your family before.
But this is actually the other side. So I have... On both sides, I have actors, and then
Fun.
So you saying your family working class? My family were like very middle class, and we're like, you can like my dad
can be anything.
My dad was disappointed when I dropped drama for history GCSE. He was like, "Why would you do that, darling?" He was like,
that's how I felt when my daughter said that she was going to do history instead.
Yeah.
I was like, you're not even doing art.
Yeah.
What?
You need to express yourself. Yeah, so my dad said that one time, so my dad was like 25 and his dad brought home a 21-year-old girlfriend one day. Wow. Yeah. That's like,
imagine.
I know. And then my other granddad on my mum's side, firstly, he has a funny, so he must have learned this from his dad. So his dad, my great granddad, was a top shagger as well, right? One day, my granddad they'd taken them out for a Boy Scouts trip in the Yorkshire Moors, right? And they came across this car in the middle of the Yorkshire Moors, and inside was his dad shagging another woman who wasn't my great grandmother, another woman.
Oh.
But I remember up until my granddad, like, he was married. Like they both remarried, much younger women. Which is very handy because you means you have a carer later on in life. Top tip.
Yep.
Okay, so any 21-year-olds, hit me up right now. But I remember he would still always like try and sleep with other women despite being married. And I remember one time, so he was like 85, and we went out for lunch somewhere. I think it was like Easter or something. And at the time he had cancer, and he was taking this blood thinning medication or blood medication, I don't know, but he was getting really bad nosebleeds at the time.
Yeah.
And we were in the restaurant, and his blood started dripping out of his nose, and it was like, we were like, Granddad, oh my God, and like giving him tissues, and he was picking up his nose, but he was like, nope, I'm fine. But he plugged his nose up to the point that blood started dripping out of his eye, so he started crying blood, right? And obviously the waiters in the restaurant were like, oh my God, are you okay? And he was like, I'm fine. And he was just sort of tapping it away. And he just wanted to carry on with lunch. We were like, okay, Granddad. And he was, whilst crying blood. And then at the end, he turned to me and he went, Catherine, was that woman at the table next to us checking me out? I was like, Granddad, you were crying blood. I don't think that attractive 40-year-old woman was trying to fuck you. You are a nine. You're
maybe worried that you were experiencing stigmata.
You're a 90-year-old man dying of cancer, like bleeding tears, and he was like, she's definitely trying to fuck me. So my grands was that, like, up until the end, they were trying to fuck, like, mad.
I love that for your granddad.
I mean, I kind of admire it.
Yeah, obviously, I would not want it for my own granddad. But it's very entertaining when it's someone else's granddad.
It also kind of shows where my narcissism comes from. Like, I'm like, the way he thought this woman actually wanted to fuck him. But yeah, granddad
maybe she
aside.
did.
Yeah.
Maybe that was her thing.
Maybe.
Like, because you wouldn't see that very often, would you? If that was your thing, it would be very rare to come across it in the wild. So you would want to get as much of an eyeful as you could.
So yeah, no, my granddad's top shaggers, the pair of them. Were your granddad's top shaggers?
No, serial monogamy.
Oh, that's
in my
good.
family.
Yeah.
My nan and granddad been together from the time they were basically teenagers up until this very moment, and both my other nan and granddad as well. And they're all still alive. Like, the women are alive and sprightly, the men are...
It's always the way.
Yeah, but like clinging on. Too stubborn to die.
Yeah.
I love them both dearly, but like...
Give it up.
my dad's dad has been bedbound for about a year now.
Oh my God.
And yeah, it's like
still going.
It's still going.
Wow.
You know, every time my nan calls, I'm like, is this cool? But no, she's just wishing me another happy birthday or another happy Christmas. Let me know. My nan's one of the only people left in the world who still sends a check.
Oh my God, I have a step-grand who sends checks.
Wait,
actually, no, last year she finally sent a bank transfer. So she's one of my granddad's wives.
Yeah.
Who's still alive. Both granddads dead now. But yeah, she's just started doing bank transfers.
Yeah. My other nan on my mum's side, she sends my birthday money via PayPal.
Oh.
£20 every birthday.
You're not banned from PayPal?
No. So... I got banned from Cash App, and then when I got banned from Cash App, I stopped using PayPal as a payment method because I was like, I actually really need PayPal.
Yeah, I need it for my shopping, so I've stopped.
Yeah,
taking anything from there. I also got banned from Stripe the other day.
Yeah, I've been banned from Stripe as well.
I signed up for it because I have like a Ko-fi, and I just have it on my page. I was like, if you like my TikToks, you can tip me there.
I've started a Ko-fi on my.
Yeah, I guess well, I'm banned now, so
Oh,
yeah.
just like that. You can you can
You
be paid
whore.
by
Yeah.
PayPal on there though, can't you?
Yeah, but then it shows your real name.
Oh,
Yeah. Your like government name.
shit.
Yeah.
God, I need to change that ASAP.
Yeah.
By the time this podcast comes out,
Yeah.
that will be
Yeah,
gone
yeah.
from my YouTube bio.
Yeah.
That will be done.
What do you
Like,
have a?
Yeah, I set up a Ko-fi
Yeah,
because
so
I was
on-
like, do you know what? Some people might want to.
Yeah,
Because I
that's
get
exactly what I
sometimes I
did.
get supers on YouTube. Like
Yeah.
people will send me a tip, but they'll send like $3 and I'll see like 25 cents of that. So I was like, well, I could have a Ko-fi and then people could tip and I would actually get the tip. But it turns out,
Yeah,
that
so
that is not
when they
gonna-
send that tip, it'll say your name that they've sent it to.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so that if anyone thinks, you know, what discrimination do you face as a sex worker?
yeah,
That is one of the things that's very bloody annoying.
yeah, banking,
Yeah, banking.
full stop.
Especially as more and more is online now, it's like it's more and more difficult
Yeah,
to receive payment. So yeah, people always being like, "Oh, can I send you something not on OnlyFans?" I'm like, OnlyFans is the only way I can
that's
get
the only
it.
way I can get it.
Yeah,
That's and it's not
without giving away my whole
No.
identity.
And I don't just think it's about us not having to give away our whole identity. I think there's more to it. It also keeps them safe. So it makes sure, A, that we are protected, that the people that we are selling to are old enough to sell to.
Yeah,
It keeps their money safe.
yeah,
That we have to verify to be on that platform. Therefore, they can guarantee that the person they are speaking to is us and the person they are paying is us.
yeah.
Whereas I know there are some people who sell on Telegram, but I know that there is someone on Telegram pretending to be me
Yeah.
selling stuff that is not me. And do you know how I found that out?
How?
Is because somebody, they got scammed and then they subscribed to my OnlyFans to tell me that they got scammed. And I was like, why didn't you just subscribe to my OnlyFans?
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only place you're going to find us is our official page
Official
is linked.
page, yeah.
Also,
Or Throne.
yes.
I do have a Throne wish
Talking
list.
of AI, right?
Oh,
so
God,
obviously, like,
yeah, it's very current.
AI OnlyFans stuff. I see on Instagram now the amount of AI girls I see making a killing on OnlyFans. But have you seen the Down syndrome ones?
Yeah.
So people have like they've got these they'll take a woman's thirst traps.
I've had mine taken.
Yeah, and then they put a Down syndrome face on it.
It wasn't a Down syndrome
okay,
face, but it
yeah.
was someone else's face.
Yeah.
Or an AI face.
Normally they
on
just put
my-
someone else's face
Yeah.
on, but now they've realised they can put a Down syndrome face on, and obviously that gets way more views. People are like, "What? Who is this thick booty Down syndrome woman?" And then and they make money off it, but it's not some. It's just.
What I want to know though is how, because to get an OnlyFans, you have to go through a whole verification process where you show your ID, you have to take a photo of your ID, you have to have good lighting. Like they make you jump through so many hoops to be able to open
Yeah.
that account and run that account. How are they?
I don't know. I think a lot of them are also doing like just money on Snap and stuff. But on OnlyFans, I'll like, yeah, I think they must just. I think they just do it long enough until they get caught. Like they use
Yeah.
a real person to sign up and then they post
until
it gets banned.
yeah.
But like, it's just crazy that there's such a huge market for Down syndrome porn.
It's surprising, isn't it?
Yeah, from non-Down syndrome people wanting to watch it.
Yeah.
But
It's
yeah,
not something. It's up until very recently, it's not even something that I had considered could be a possibility.
yeah. But also, what's crazy is how many fucking boomers and idiots in the comments are like, "Oh, this is." It's like, how can you not tell it's AI? Like,
So I got sent it was sometime last year. I got sent a reel, and it was my reel. My body, my tattoos, my house, with a floating AI face over the top of it. Right. And I was like, oh my God, that is, I was offended because they had stolen my content. How dare they? Like, because I put my face to my work.
Yeah.
And that means that I get stigma for having my face and my identity attached to my work. How dare they steal that and then stick a fake face on it so they can profit off of my work? A, I got really, really offended by that. But B, it looked so fucking shit. I was like, surely no one is going to fall for this.
Yeah.
I went into the comments, and the comments, it's all,
oh, baby.
oh my God, baby, you're so sexy. Oh my God, you're so hot. Wow, what's her name? Blah, blah. And I was like, are you effing kidding me? And I didn't just do a report. I did a, so on Instagram, you can report copyright infringement. And I did a full copyright infringement report for it. And it was gone within like half an hour of me submitting the report.
I literally saw the other day a thirst trap from an AI, like goblin mermaid, sexy woman. And people were commenting, being like, you are so hot.
So hot.
I'm like, are you? Okay. Oh my God.
I have to do it Sometimes I'll see something and I'll go, oh, that's really cool. And then I'll go, wait. My critical thinking is kicking in.
Did you see the video of the crocodiles with the raccoon and the possum riding it?
I have not seen
I
yet.
saw that and I was like, oh, and then I was like, wait a second. There's not a world where there's 3 crocodiles next to each other with a possum, a raccoon, and I think it's like a rabbit riding the crocodiles.
I wish there were.
Yeah, I wish
there
that
were.
was.
But yeah, the thing with AI, did you know OnlyFans does allow AI generated content?
Yeah.
So you can make your own AI generated content and post it. Because there are a lot of creators using Foxy AI. Have you seen that?
I've seen
and
that.
you can make spicy photos and spicy videos of yourself. I haven't tried it yet, but it is on my list of things to try because I do think there is a market for people. And if they want a picture of me doing something that I genuinely wouldn't usually want to do, I might be happy to have my AI avatar do it for me.
Yeah, like a anal triple penetration or something.
I mean, I have done something similar, but
what?
Like not triple anal, but
what, in AI or real life?
In real life.
Oh, well
I did
done.
back before. So before I was doing, I used to be just Domination on a Monday, Mistress Monday.
Yeah,
that used to be my prescribed day of the week for doing a how did anyone ever think I was not autistic? I do not know. I'm only a dominatrix on a Monday.
Yeah.
But I used to do cosplay and I would make some weird shit. And one of the weird things that I made was a Velma Dinkley at Tentacle Man. I can't remember what I called it. To Velma Dinkley and Tentacle Mansion or something. Oh. And there was like 3 or 4 tentacles.
Oh,
which was,
wow.
You know,
in you or in someone else?
In me.
Wow.
I know.
Christ.
You can't
imagine.
You can't imagine.
There's not a lot I can get up there.
No. I think the thing with tentacles though is because they're tapered.
They are.
Like you can do quite a bit with them.
Okay.
So
sort of like they can sort of, rather than a sort of, okay, yeah.
You see.
I see. You see. Science. Physics.
Yes, exactly. And a bit of biology.
Yeah. Speaking of us being smarty pants.
Yes, doctor.
Smarty pants. We are. I am a doctor.
You are a doctor.
You are a mistress.
I am a mistress.
I have fans that need help with issues. Are you ready to hear my very horny audience's issues?
I cannot wait to hear this.
A lot of them have autism as well, so you'll be able to help them out.
Yeah, great. We're in good company.
Let's do it. Let's listen.
Let's listen.
So let's answer some problems then.
Mm-hmm.
What have you guys? What issues have you got? Let's see.
Hey, do women actually like having their tits sucked? I feel like a baby when I'm sucking my wife's tit, and I don't even know if she liked it. So thanks for your help.
Do you like having your tit sucked? Or tits plural?
Yes.
You do?
I do. Not like I like a sensual, like more of a lick and slow suck rather than a suckling baby.
Yes.
I think it's all in the how you're doing it.
Yeah.
And what's happening at the time. Like, is there eye contact?
Mm-hmm.
Is there other things happening?
Yeah.
Like, or is it just some guy going? "Mwah, mwah, 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 mwah"?
Yeah,
Like,
that's it.
Do you remember that scene from Me, Myself, and Irene where Hank?
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm talking. Yeah, that absolutely not.
Yeah, see, I derive no pleasure from a guy going like, there's nothing to it.
No, it's a bit like jackhammer sex.
It's a bit like a clit in a way, the tit, a little bit.
Yes.
You kind of got to lick and tease it. You can't just start like sucking a guy bit my nipple really hard the other day. A man did. French man. So I don't know if it's a French thing.
Ooh la la.
Yeah. But I was like, funnily, not the first time I've been bit on the nipple. A goat bit me on the nipple when I was 7 at a petting zoo. Yeah, so...
I've got so many questions.
And I remember my mum had to phone up the petting zoo and was like... And she was like, a goat's a dangerous animal to be bit by. And he was like, no, let me get my list out. And he said, the most dangerous animals to be bit by are otters and leopards. And I was like, no shit, if a leopard bites you on the tit, it might be dangerous. Like, okay, yeah. But no, yeah, so this French dude bit me on the nipple, and I was a bit like, ow, the fuck,
why?
bro?
Yeah.
What was that for, the war, you know?
Did you call him out? Did you ask him why he would
No,
do
I
that?
just went along with it.
Oh. I just went, ow. I was like, and he was sort of like, oh, sorry. And I was like, yeah, ow. I have a sentence that I like to use.
Oh, what's that?
Don't do that.
Ooh. I sort of
That
slapped
yeah.
him. Yeah.
Do not do that. I do not like that.
I like that.
It's really effective.
Ooh.
And you've got to say it stern, like take them completely out of the moment.
Yeah.
Because if you let them stay in the moment, they don't really take it in.
Yeah.
You've got to make them feel like they are on the naughty step.
That's good. But then, it depends on the guy though, because some guys really get their ego hurt, don't they? And then they're like,
Not my problem.
that's so true. I need to be more like that.
Because you're people pleasing.
I am.
A new level.
I
isn't
am.
it?
I'm happy to tell them what to do,
Yes.
but I sometimes get a bit nervous about telling them not. Well, no, there's certain things where I'm like, don't do that. I don't like that.
Yeah.
For example, choking. I'm not really into.
I like a little.
I like a little bit, but if it's not much.
No. I want to be held. I don't want to like pass out.
And a guy actually spat, the same French guy, he spat on me loads. I really don't like that.
I like to do the spitting.
Yeah, I don't mind spitting on someone, but I don't like being spat on.
No.
I think that's part of my not submissiveness.
Yeah.
Like I don't like.
That's definitely a clue.
I don't like being like degraded.
No. No, I don't like being degraded either. Funnily enough.
I actually just want someone to have sex with me and be like, "You're the best person in the world." Be like,
You've got a praise king.
Yeah.
You're a good girl.
Yes, if they say that, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mummy's good girl.
Yeah. Be like, your open
so
mic
proud
set was
of you.
amazing the other night.
So funny.
You're so good at keeping your flat tidy.
I'm so proud of you.
Exactly. That's what I love.
Yeah.
What else do you not like that men do?
When you are feeling generous enough to take their peanut and place it in your mouth, and then they.
I hate that. Yeah, I hate that.
But that is one way to guarantee I will never do that for you again.
Yeah, I don't mind if you're doing it for a bit of rhythm.
No, like you can stroke my hair, you can hold my hair.
Yeah.
But as soon as I feel any.
Yeah, and you're not letting me pull back.
Yeah. No, it hurts my neck and it interrupts my breathing regulation and I get very upset.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, absolutely not. No, thank you.
I also don't like when men, they don't they don't eat. They don't do almost like foreplay with pussy eating. So like they go straight in with pussy eating like really harsh.
Oh, aggressively.
Yeah. And it's actually like
yeah.
ow.
No.
Yeah.
That needs, like, basically what you need to do is eat every bit around the area before you get to the main course.
Yeah.
Like it's like an 8-course dinner, and there's like 5 amuse-bouche that you have to get through before you get to and then like the starter is a very important course.
Yeah.
And must not be skipped.
You hear that, lads?
Yeah.
It's all part of a balanced diet.
It is all part of a balanced diet.
It is, and men don't understand that.
No.
Because men do love to eat like pot noodles, Doritos and stuff.
I know.
And they need to learn. God, we're good at sex tips.
We are.
We should give more.
We should.
Behind a wall.
Behind a paywall.
Behind a paywall.
Yeah.
Patreon.
Yes. But just to circle back ever so quickly with the nipple sucking, yes, if it's done right, I think is the answer.
Just don't be like... Yeah.
No.
Don't suck it like peanut butter through a straw.
No.
That's too harsh.
No. I don't even know how to... like a 99, when you have a 99 and it's the first suck of a 99 where you like try to get the peak as long as it, but gently, as long as it will go.
Yeah, because you don't
like that.
Eat that and go...
No, because then it'll be gone.
There you go.
Yeah.
And all the tip would come out. So you don't...
I don't want my tit to come out. I paid good money for
that. I grew mine and it took a long time to grow.
Don't worry, any day now.
Yeah. Let's play one more. Let's play another one. Let's hear what they got to say.
Let's hear it.
Hello there. Just calling because I've had for a while this idea that I'd like to be pegged. I think you call it. I'd like to be penetrated, and I'd just like to know how to prepare. What's the best way to sort of make sure that everything's okay down there and ready to go? Thank you.
Wow. Advice on pegging. I'd love to give you that right this second, but
unfortunately,
I think we need to do it on Patreon.
I think we do.
Because the advice you're about to give is too valuable to give out for free.
I'm afraid it is.
Yeah. For the low price of, I think it's like 3 or 4 quid. 3 or 4 quid? For less than a meal deal, okay, guys? Less than a Tesco meal deal. Bloody head over to the Patreon. We're about to discuss some pegging and some other disgusting things. Not disgusting, fun. But in a gross way.
In a gross way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Have you got anything, before we do that, have you got anything you want to say to my viewers? About yourself, about life, about...
I
subscribe to your OnlyFans.
Yes. Oh my goodness, yeah. Please follow me on all of my socials at pagestar.co.uk.
I'll link them all below.
Is it pagestar.co.uk or is it pagestar.com? It's one or the other. One of them will take you to all of my socials and the other one will take you directly to my OnlyFans.
There you go. I'll put them down. Put them down.
You can subscribe there.
Yeah.
And you should, if you like...
if you need some discipline in your life.
If you need some discipline in your life. I do still have that tentacle video as well. It's still available if that floats your boat. And lots of JOI, which is, as discussed earlier, very current.
Men like to be encouraged.
They do.
So go check that out, guys. So we're going to head over to the Patreon now. So it's patreon.com/The Cat Baker Show. Oh, yeah. So go over to that. And we're going to go over to that now. But bye, everyone. Bye. And now we're going to walk over. Whoop, whoop. You got to move your feet to walk.
Oh, sorry.
We've got to walk over.